Oh, what's good, my kings and queens out there living the dream? It's your boy King J. And I just wanted to say I have a message for you today. I have a message that I believe if you stay to the end of this video has the ability and power to transform your life for the better. And the reason I say that is because the whole reason I'm actually making this video right now is the power I want to talk to you about today. And it's the power of your goals. It's the power of imagining yourself to be the person that you desire to be in the future today. And where a lot of people go wrong with clarifying their desires, setting their intention, creating their goals, and where I felt like I've gone wrong in the past is, especially when it comes to money and attracting more abundance into our life, we tend to do exactly that, which is focus on the money. And this is wrong. This is not what we should be doing. And the first reason I'm gonna give for why we should not be focusing on the money is actually a Bible verse. And I can't probably say the verse verbatim, but it goes something along the lines of this. Money is the root of all kinds of evil. And you cannot serve God and money. Because if you love one, you're gonna hate the other. And how most people interpret this is that money is bad, money is evil. We should not pursue monetary gain in our life. And that's partially true, and it's the reason why I bring up that scripture for this video right here, which is literally gonna tell you how to get anything you want faster than you could ever imagine. And that's because when we focus on the money, we're putting the money above the experience. And did God put us here to acquire riches? No. In fact, he said, store up for yourself not riches on earth where moth break in and steal, but store for yourself riches in heaven where moth cannot break in and steal. And robbers can't break in and steal, right? So these treasures of heaven, if heaven is within, the kingdom of God is within, is the treasures of our mind, and more so the faculties at which the mind functions, aka our sensory representation, aka our experience, how we perceive our environment, how we perceive our experience is the true thing that God is after. He's after our heart at the end of the day. And once he captures that heart, I believe he plans good things for that obedience, for that stewardship of the ability we have to focus on things. And he will give us positive feelings as a result. He will allow us to feel good. He will allow us to enjoy life. He will allow us to be happy if we don't place the money over the experience. Look at the background, man. God is amazing, right? Because really at the end of the day, what we want the money for is an experience. You see, we either want the money because we think it's gonna change our feelings, we think it's gonna change our emotional state, we think money is gonna allow us to feel more free, more peace, more certainty, more growth, more abundant, more significant, more impact, which it has the ability to possibly aid in us maximizing those emotions. But they're not the source. See, the source is your mindset. The source is your perspective. The source is your ability to focus on things and experiences in your life that create the feelings of pleasure that we want. So we either want the money for a state or a material experience. So something internal we want it for, which is most of the time true, or something external. We want a new car, we want a new home, we want to give back to the homeless. We want to do things with the money. So I'm gonna tell you a story about this. And this is the first time I found the power of manifesting money in my life. And if you've been following the channel for a while, shout out to you. But this was maybe back in 2021, so a few years ago, about 5 years ago now. And at this time I had made $0 online. I was trying different things, drop shipping, I was trying to do a Facebook ad agencies, SMMA, if you remember those days. I was trying trading and crypto in the markets. Nothing was working, but I had this goal, I had this intention, I had this dream that if I could make $10,000 a month online and not work a 9-to-5 job and do something that I love, that's impacting people, you know, and allowing me to live in a nice apartment downtown and maybe get a car, maybe travel the world, go to Thailand, do Muay Thai. You know, I was imagining that if I had $10,000, I would be able to get that life. But the mistake I made is I focused on the $10,000 rather than the lifestyle. Give this video a thumbs up if you're getting value so far. It's just getting good, I promise you that. But I focused on the $10,000 a month rather than the lifestyle. Now, unconsciously, I associated the $10,000 a month to a perceived lifestyle I would live. However, I miscalculated. And this is the point of why you focus on the experience, because you're going to get more of what you actually want. You see, I undercalculated what it would take to live the lifestyle I wanted to live at that time. You see, at that time, I really wanted a penthouse in the downtown. I really wanted a new nice car, not just a Nissan Altima. I really wanted to be able to travel often, not just one trip every few months. I really wanted no financial stress, not worrying about bills every month. I really wanted something different than what I got. But the thing is, Earl Nightingale said it best, that you become what you think about most of the time. So what did I think about most of the time? What was I quote unquote manifesting and visualizing and focusing on? Was $10,000 a month, which I achieved. However, instead of the penthouse, I had to just live on the 8th floor. Instead of the Lamborghini, I had to get the Nissan Altima. Instead of the multiple trips, I took one trip to Thailand for 2 months. And through this process, I'm grateful because it showed me two things. It showed me, one, what I actually wanted. You know, show me what I didn't want. Like, I didn't just want to settle for that lifestyle I was living. I was a party promoter at the time. I was living downtown. And it really was what I thought I wanted, because it was the money, and it was the confidence, and it was the feeling of significance I thought I would get. But it wasn't precise enough. And that's okay. You know, as we age, as we grow, as we experience the things that we want, we get new desires that's close in alignment with what we do want, and we try to think about what we may want in the future and bring that back to now, so we learn, right? But at the time, I thought that's what I wanted. So it helped me clarify my true desires, one. And it also helped me to, I think, understand this core concept, which is very important if you want to manifest abundance and money, and start to be motivated and driven to take certain actions, like making a YouTube video if you've been procrastinating on it, getting inspired action, getting the downloads, getting the God on your side. And that is to focus on the experience, focus on the lifestyle. Because when you focus on the lifestyle and you reverse engineer what the lifestyle is going to cost, Like, I just reverse engineered. I'm being very transparent and vulnerable with you guys because I love you. And I want this video to serve you well. And I have to be authentic and real with the information I'm conveying. And I want it to resonate with someone out there, maybe one person who's watching this. And that goal for me, that lifestyle that I really truly want to live right now at the moment, that would feel the best to me, costs about $500,000 a month. Costs about $500,000 a month, but I was focused on a number way less than that. Because you hear advice, dream realistic, pick goals that's, not too far from what you did in the past, all these things. And that's good advice because they truly want you to be excited about the goal, something that will improve your life, and they also want it to be believable. But you see, when you focus, when you've already developed the skill of self-confidence, when you've worked on yourself to truly have self-belief, whether that's due to your ability to, your intelligence, your curiosity to figure things out, you just have a real certainty in yourself, then it really becomes about what's going to be exciting for you today and how can you focus on that often. And the more you focus on it often with intensity, the faster it will come into your experience. And how do I know this? Besides the experience I had earlier when I focused on making $10,000 a month and got there very quickly after I started to do certain techniques and practices, which we'll get into more on this channel. Subscribe if you're feeling the vibe. But I also reflected on different goals I have. I have a health goal. I have a goal of where I want to be 220 pounds, 8% body fat, limitless energy. And I've had this goal for many years. But when I thought about the goal, I said to myself, man, I've made a lot more progress on my health and fitness goal than I have on my money goal. Why is that? Like ask yourself this question right now, because you have certain goals that you have in your life that you're excelling at, and it's very good to notice the pattern of why you're excelling at that goal and not another goal. So when I think about, why am I making faster progress, and I want you to do this for yourself, I ask myself, okay, let's say every single person on planet Earth had this same goal. Every person wanted to be 220, 8% body fat, limitless energy, right? And where would I rank myself percentile of the entire population of Earth? Would I say I'm 1% in progress towards that goal? And the answer for me was yes. I'm 205 right now. I started at 168 pounds when I first had the goal. It was 230 at first. Over time, it got refined to 220. But I was 168 when I had these goals, when I saw this version of myself who was big and strong and fit, and had all this energy and was vital and like big and strong and ripped and had all this, the aura that comes with that, right? And I was like, damn, I'm like 205 right now. I'm making pretty good progress. I'm like really good shape. I have a lot of energy. So I'm making really good progress towards this goal. I was definitely saying I'm in the top 1%. Why? Why is this one so effortless? Why am I just unconsciously moving towards it? It's because it was exciting. See, if the goal is not exciting, it's going to be hard to focus on it often. You're going to forget about it because it's not that exciting. But when it's something you truly desire, and you have deep reasons on why you desire it, you're going to naturally think about it often. And when you improve your self-concept to where you believe in yourself, that you can do great things because of the power of God within you, and other people who are less talented, no smarter than you, have done it as well, and you have that self-belief, that self-confidence, then you have to be excited about the goal. And I'm excited about hitting 220, but it's very hard to be excited about some money. You're really not that excited about digits. You're really not excited about 10K a month. You're really not excited about 100K a month. You're really not excited about 20K a month, 50K a month, whatever a month or a year or a net worth. Like, you're really not too excited about that. Maybe you are. Maybe you just like numbers. I don't know. But if this resonates, try it on. You're really excited about the lifestyle that you think that money will give you. You're really excited about what the lifestyle that cash flow would enable for you. You're really excited about the experience you would have with that. You're really excited about how you would feel if that came into your reality. That's what you're excited about. So why not just focus on that? And you could have an income goal attached to it, because then we get into the planning stage. You know, a lot of manifestation content, people that talk about the mind, the subconscious, reprogramming your mindset, all these things, they tend to leave out the action part. And the action part is as simple as, okay, once I've gotten to the state that I already have what I want, I already have the lifestyle, I'm excited about what that will bring, the cars, the places I'll be able to go, where I will live, the places I'll be able to eat, I'll be able to hire a chef, a maid, I'll be able to give back, I'll be able to basically do everything I want to do right now. Really excited about that. How do I make it happen? Well, what would that cost? So this is an exercise I did. I wrote down everything on my dream lifestyle. I punched it in ChatGPT. Give me an estimate of what this would cost per month. And it told me $500,000. Like, okay. And I got excited about that. Ooh, if I was making $500,000 right now, ooh, yeah, I'm up in that. Ooh, yeah, that feel good. Ooh, yeah, let's talk about that. Yeah. Versus I'm talking about 10K, 20K a month. I'm like, I know I can do it. Yeah, it'll improve my situation, but they ain't got me turned up for real. Like, you gotta be turned up for real for your goal. You really gotta be hungry. You really gotta be starving. You really gotta want it. You really gotta want to put in the hours. You gotta really be persistent. You gotta be ready to overcome challenges, right? So the only way you do that is you have something that's big and bold that you really want, that you really desire, and that you believe that you're gonna make it happen. But then once you have that state, now what's the next step? Well, you gotta take some action. And if you begin to take action without keyword, a plan, aka a plan, then it's like trying to build a house with no blueprints. You won't fuck up. You probably gonna take longer to build a house with no blueprints than if you have some clear blueprints, some clear metrics, some clear inputs that we need to get in order to like how much sales am I gonna have to make? Like what businesses, how much am I gonna charge? Like this is the how, this is the strategy part, right? Arguably not as important as the mindset part, but still important nonetheless. And this is what the mindset part should do for you. It should give you the next step on the action, but I'm here to help you speed that process up a little bit by telling you the next step in that process is to create a plan. So when you've mapped out, okay, this is the lifestyle I want, this is how much it's gonna cost, what's my plan? And then you create the plan. Now you have even more belief that you could happen, because it's like, okay, bet. How do you get a plan? Well, you look at others who've already living that lifestyle, and you look at how they did it. And then once you find that they did it in something that resonates with you, that you feel like you want to do as well, and now you kind of create that plan for yourself on how you're gonna do it. Now you have a roadmap to get there. It's like, okay, I just gotta do these things. Yeah, it may take a little bit, but you know, if I knew for a fact, I'm gonna leave you with this. About to go to 20 minutes. The question you have to ask yourself after you've gotten to the state, you realize that, hey, I need to focus on the lifestyle more than the money. You go through the practices I mentioned. You write down what you really want in the ideal lifestyle. What do you want to experience on a day-to-day basis? How do you want to feel? When do you want to wake up? What do you want to do? Like what would really get you excited? And something that you believe you can do because other people can do it too. And the belief goes up even more because you created a plan on how you'll be able to do it. And now you have the plan, right? Now you have the plan on how you're going to create this lifestyle for yourself with the numbers. Now, the only thing you have to do from there you got it. Take the first step. Take the first step. Walk the road. And continue to walk the road until you achieve it. And before you take any action, you still may have some doubts. So I want you to ask yourself this. If I knew without a shadow of a doubt that if I make these inputs, your plan should be input focused, not the output. You know, the output is the state, is the experience that you want to have, the lifestyle, what we're talking about in this video. But the input is, how am I going to actually make this money? What do I need to do? What's the most likely plan? Like use ChatGPT, like whatever you got to do. Like create the most likely plan. If I do these inputs and I follow this plan, then you may have a phase 1, a phase 2, a phase 3 on how you're going to get there. But if I execute, if I reverse engineer these inputs, what I have to do today, and maybe you have like a 90-day sprint on what you have to do, a certain amount of outreach, a certain amount of content, a certain amount of, job applications, whatever you have to do, right, to achieve this goal, you have to ask yourself, if I knew without a shadow of a doubt that these inputs would 100% lead to this goal I'm so excited about, would I be willing to put in the work? Would I be willing to do the inputs? If you knew without a shadow of a doubt that this would happen, would I be willing to do the inputs? And the answer is not yes. Start the video over, redo the process until you're willing to do whatever it takes, because that's what you deserve. And the key to wanting to do whatever it takes is to have something so compelling, a lifestyle, an experience so compelling, not just 10K a month, not just some money in your bank account. Have a lifestyle that you've created and thought about and imagined and saw others do, that you may perhaps want to live based on where you are currently in your life journey right now. Maybe you want to farm, maybe, I don't know what you want. But think about it, imagine it, picture it, get really excited about it, create a plan for it. And by the end of that plan, if you ask yourself, am I willing to do these inputs if I knew, guaranteed that I would get this result, then you should have an overwhelming yes. And you should begin immediately, because you are guaranteed to get the result as long as you don't give up and you stay flexible. Keep that vision clear, keep that vision plain, and be flexible if needed. If you try things and they don't work out the first time, you may do the inputs for 90 days and those didn't get you to where you thought it was going to get you, and maybe you need to reevaluate. That's okay. I've had to reevaluate my workout plan, my diet strategy, my nutrition strategy, how many days I'm gonna, I've had to redo that a ton to make the progress I have towards my fitness goals. So you're gonna have to do the same thing, but the key on staying excited and driven and motivated and wanting to do it every day is having a clear vision that's exciting, that you believe you can get. And I will see you at the top. Let's go.